Today we're taking a look at an affordable watch that is skeletonized and automatic. It's also pretty thin, so it comes in at under 11 millimeters thick. The movement here is automatic, it's decorated and darkened. It's actually a very good looking movement in my opinion. The watch overall has a few vibes from a few popular integrated bracelet watches as well, and it's all under around $600. It's from the brand Agelocer. I've actually featured their watches here on my channel in the past, and the quality is really good as well. The movement gets 80 hours of power reserve, so there are a ton of specs that go into this watch for not so much money. So let's flip the camera and take a look at the Agelocer Schwarzwald series skeletonized watch. So I believe this is the second Agelocer that I have featured here on my channel. The first was a tourbillon that was actually really nice and very affordable. The movements here and the cases, they're all made in Asia, they're all made in China, however at a very high standard. So when you look at the movement here, and I'll do close-ups of the movement, you're gonna see that it's actually decorated, it's automatic, and it's thin. They also managed to make it sort of monochromatic. So you have silver, black, and then the color of the jewels, and that's it. So it's really sort of uniform. They did a very good job. You have lume on the applied indices and on the hands, and it just has the name of the watch right there, the name of the brand, Agelocer, and then it says automatic right there. Really flies under the radar, not a lot going on. It is a skeletonized movement, so that already makes it sort of wild a little bit, so they didn't add a lot of other crap on top of it to make it busy. I like that. They did a really good job. It's around a 41 millimeter watch, but it's just under 11 millimeters thick, which is a really great measurement for an automatic skeletonized watch. I'm gonna flip it over so you can see the movement from the back. You have a custom rotor on here. It's blackened still, again, in your getting that same decoration that you're seeing on the front. It has some red writing on that rotor, which stands out really nicely. Screwed in case back, non-screwed in crown, 50 meters of water resistance, stainless steel case, sapphire on the front and back. You have a rubber strap on here, which is red on the bottom portion and then black on the top. It has some grooves in it, and it's signed the brand name right there. You have a really nice buckle on here, which is milled, and again, it's signed the brand name underneath, which is a little bit of a classy touch in my opinion. You do have a flat sapphire crystal, so like I said, this is a thin watch at around 10.7 millimeters thick. You have a very large crown, which is signed with their logo at 6.9 millimeters. The lug to lug is a little bit on the bigger side, and that's because of the way that the strap actually interacts with the case. So it doesn't actually fold down straight away from the case. However, I don't think that would bother fitment for most people. So if you're able to pull off the lug to lug on this watch, which is just about 48.9 millimeters, I think you'd be able to pull off this watch. So on the strap, it's in the neighborhood of around 51 millimeters, let's say, but it doesn't wear like that. Like I said, it is pretty thin as well, so 10.7 millimeters will definitely make this wear really nicely. Very quickly, I'll throw it on my wrist. We'll talk about price, and then we will do a lume shot because there is lume. Today, I have on my Christopher Ward. This is the dive timer. This was a very limited edition that they did a little while ago. I was able to scoop one up. I really love this watch, and I've been wearing it over the past few days. Well, there is the Schwarzwald. That's what this actual series is called from Agelocer. That's what they're actually calling this watch. I have no idea why, but there you go. It wears very, very close to the wrist. The strap is very comfortable. It's really nicely sized at around 41 millimeters. Overall, a very comfortable watch, and I think a very good looking watch, especially considering the price is around $599. If you're in the market for a skeletonized watch, but you don't want the run-of-the-mill sort of Unitas clone, this is something very different. It's automatic. I believe they call this the caliber A4910. I think that's what it's called, but it's darkened, it's decorated, and of course it's automatic again, and it gets 80 hours of power reserve. It's something that I forgot to say before. 80 hours of power reserve, so that is pretty awesome as well. Sort of like a Powermatic 80, but you know, you're getting all this other, you know, decoration and skeletonization. So very, very cool. Anyway, very quickly, let's do a loom shot. Well, there you go. Loom isn't terrible. I mean, it's a skeletonized watch. The fact that it actually has loom isn't bad at all. The hands are pretty decently applied. And then you have these very small indices that are applied. Those are filled with loom as well. I'm not sure if it lasts very long. In fact, I don't think it does, but really not that bad considering the style of watch that this is. The fact that it gets loom is impressive. Well, there you have it. I think this is a very attractive watch for $599. You're getting an automatic movement that is thin, it's decorated and darkened, and it gets 80 hours of power reserve. So they really packed a lot of features into this movement and gave it an overall attractive package. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I will catch you guys in the next video.